Okay, it's been a week or so. Oh, have things changed? Yes. That used to be lawn. It kind of technically is lawn. But now it's weed mat on top of lawn.
And welcome back to the excitement that is me growing stuff in pots. Hoorah.
What's that you say? You should get rid of the lawn before you put the weed mat down? Well, it's going to be in full sun. It's going to melt the lawn. The lawn will be gone. So I'm not stressing too much about that. Yeah, what have we done? We have moved every single pot away from this area. Put all the weed mat down on my 1 day off a week. And then I've moved pots back. Certain pots are not going to be good in the sun. So most things are kind of where they were. A lot of things have got new leaves. Check out the new leaves on that. That is that weird red centre lime, Australian native. A lot of the chilies still have issues with mites. So I've got a lot of them, like that one there, that one, separated. I'm getting some white oil stuff to nuke them. And yeah, hopefully we'll get rid of the mites. But the home remedies kind of get rid of them, but then they keep coming back. So we're going to try the oil thing. Yeah, look at that one. That one's pretty screwed. At least the mites don't go to the cactus. They have a whole different other issue. The pawpaws have been moved. That is these guys up here. I'm not going to touch them because I've probably got mites on my hands now from touching that thing. But the pawpaws are going well. That is the original 3. They are a lot bigger. One problem I have had, or have done, I suppose you could say, is all my pots, I now realize, are not big enough. I have ordered 30 large pots. I think they're 40 centimeters. I don't know if they're as big as that one with that mingy old cactus or this one here, but they're a lot bigger than the ones I've been using. I think maybe the size of that one, I think that's a 500 mil. I can't remember if I ordered 500 mil or 600 mil pots. That's millimeters long, so 50 centimeters or 2 foot roughly, which is 60 centimeters. So I'm going to redo a whole heap of these in the bigger pots. I've started bulldozing this area. If you haven't seen my other videos, this was just a giant mess. It still is. Going to remove those bromeliads, toxic euphorbia behind them. That is I was going to say frangipani, but that's a frangipani. What's that? Those Hawaiian flowers. Hibiscus. That is a purple hibiscus. Really weird, big purple flowery things. Grafted to a tiny little bit down bottom. So I can't really move that, I don't think. So I may do a shade thing from the fence line here. And you can get these shade houses that stop bugs eating your plants. So I think I can do one there, and I think I could probably get a smaller one there. I may end up moving that, but I think it's too big to dig out and properly keep it alive. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll suss that out in a video, I'm sure, in the future. But that is where we are with the deforestation. Ran out of time. It is about 6 o'clock at night at the moment, so it's going to get dark soon, so I don't really have time to do anything. Don't want to do blinding lights at night because that's nighttime, not plant time. Wait till I'm super obsessed, then all time will be plant time. But I think a shade thing along there. Then I can have cages, safe, little flying buggers won't eat my plants. But let's check out what is growing well. A few things have carked it, I know, but other things have gone super well. It has been raining non-stop for about a week, so that's why everything is just weird and overgrown. These are my ginger plants. Look how big they are now. I know the pots are too small. Yeah, but ginger plants are going well. The blueberries are going well. I think this is an okay pot size. Those pots are too small. So I'm going to update them before they get root bound and gently give them, oh, look, there is another bloody grasshopper. Okay, so we're not killing the grasshoppers. What's that? We're not killing the grasshoppers, you say? Well, we have spiders. went the other way. So that spider is getting very, very well fed with grasshoppers. Talking about grasshoppers, check out the holes in my horseradish. I keep finding the caterpillars and removing them. The problem is the stinking little butterflies keep flying and doing stuff by laying eggs on them. So I need those big cage things so I can move certain things that get wiped out. Now that I'm sort of knowing what gets wiped out by mites, what gets wiped out by caterpillars, I can pick caterpillar stuff in cages. I can spray the mite stuff in certain areas. Hopefully, it'll be better. Still have to move all these cactus. Yeah, if you haven't seen the cactus, they are years old. Lots of scarring from neglect, but we do have new cactus growing. There's all the new figs. Those guys, which are the peanuts, they close up at night. How weird is that? I'm going to repot those soon. As soon as my pots turn up, I think I'm just going to split them into a couple of the biggest pots because they have to grow up. Then they get pollinated, bend down, and then you get your peanuts grow from the bent down flowery things. Super weird, but true. That is my native ginger plant that has the blue berries to it. It is going well. Nothing has really tried to eat that yet. I've probably totally jinxed myself. But how good is that? Nothing has started eating it. You can see the lawn. I still need to take all this stuff out, take it out, and bit the shade cloth down. But I also need to do that to that area as well. This is another shady area, usually in full sun. It gets a little bit of full sun in the daytime. It's cloudy at night at the moment. So hopefully I can do another shade thing here. So if I do shade things all the way along there, all the way along there, I can put all the eggplants in there. By shade, it's still going to get a lot of light. Yeah, not full shade, but full shade here is sun. I'm surprised all the fruit trees didn't get fried, but they so far so good. Euphorbias are okay. Most of the cactus are all right. I can easily see all the fruit trees now, and there are so many bugs. What on earth makes that? Some sort of fluff, probably some toxic bug. We have new shoots, so that is good. These are all the limes, oranges, apples. No, I don't have any apples yet. What's that? That is a lemon. Probably shouldn't have touched it with my mite hands. New shoots, new shoots. I just have to keep checking for bugs eating the new shoots. But we have a whole lot of limes starting, a whole lot of oranges. I don't think many of them are going to go full term. Like all these little guys are way, way too small, so they're just not going to have enough tree to support them. So I probably should take them off so at least one or two might survive. I don't know what is happening to these guys. Now, in the last video, I said all the grapes are going well. This one had slightly weird leaves, but it seems to be okay now. This one, I think, has got some sort of minge. So if you know about grape diseases, what is wrong with this grape? The leaves are okay down here. Then they go to these little mingy ones. It could just be all new growth, but that is a lot of new growth. And the new growth on these ones are fine. So look at the difference between that and that. So I'm pretty sure it is a different type, I think, this one. What's this one? Yeah. White muscat. So maybe it's the type. I'm not entirely sure. That one's a seedless. Who knows? But I suspect there's something dodgy with that, so I will ask a few nerds online as well if no one comments in the comments, because obviously these videos don't get many views. But it's enjoyable. I enjoy this. So hopefully we'll find out what that is before it dies. But check out the new growth. How awesome is that? My wasps are still under there. There they are. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we've lost a wasp, so I'm not too sure who ate the wasp or if the wasp just died, but there seems to be 4. Maybe it's out foraging. Those are awesome wasps, some sort of paper wasp, but they eat the caterpillars. So they need to eat more caterpillars. But grapes are going well. Maybe I will do another couple of lines so they can go up and down. Not entirely sure. I don't know how big you're supposed to let grapes grow, but it's doing its thing. This one's going well as well. This is like one of the last ones, I think. Yeah, red gloob, ooh-ah. But that one has finally got to the top and is now intertwining with that one. So they can do their grapey goodness. I think I now have mites on these guys. Awesome. My variegated peppers have mites. Bloody mites. The euphorbia doesn't have mites, but the peppers do. My blue, what was it called? What's those things called? That thing. Turmeric. Blue turmeric. It is going well. I found a semi-shaded place. Oh, I did get rid of all the tomatoes. The tomatoes had tons and tons of issues. So where we had heaps of tomatoes before, they're gone. Totally gone. No more tomatoes. Once I get the cages, tomatoes are going in the cages. Oh, one other thing that's gone that was all here, hence this video part now, was the pumpkin. It wasn't fertilized. So apparently, if you don't have males and females flowers at the same time, they won't pollinate and you don't get pumpkins. So it was just a big mess. So that is now gone too. When we do pumpkins again, we're going to go into the backyard, and the backyard is about 5 times the size of the front yard. The mind boggles what's there already, doesn't it? But that'll be in a future video. So apart from that, where it's a little bit more user-friendly now, I don't know what I'm going to put on top of the shade clothy stuff. What's it called? Weed mat. So comment down below if you think I should put bark or something. Tomatoes had to be cut down. Big, massive euphorbia. Lotus going well. I think we've got a seed pod from that flower we had. Oh, one thing that's not going well, and here is the deep tree section again, is this guy. What happened to you? It got watered, but it's just turned mingy, losing all its leaves. So I don't know what happened to my passion fruit. Only this one just dropped off. Yeah, all the leaves have dropped off. So if anyone in the comments has any idea what happened to the passion fruit, it was fine, and then one day, not fine. Wow. I don't think it's coming back from that, is it? Bugger. We have killed a passion fruit. Well, these leaves are kind of holding on. Not really. I don't know. I'm not going to touch these ones because I don't want to jinx these. But these 4 are going super well. They keep growing to the top, bending them back. There goes Benji. You bark at that person, Benji. You bark like you've never barked before. Woof. So yeah, R.I.P. little buddy. Not entirely sure. Has been watered. Didn't like life for some reason. So if you do have any ideas what might have happened to this, please comment. It could be mites. I'm not too sure if the mites are going to spread to everything else. But you can see the leaves of that one are all dead over here, but these ones are not on this plant. So not entirely sure. I guess they get fungal infections in the roots. There's probably bugs eating the roots. It could be all sorts of stuff, and I just don't know because I'm too new to whatever is causing that. Otherwise, all these trees are going well. The mangoes are going well. I think everything's starting to settle down. Oh, what I did see, look at those. I'm not going to touch them because I feel like my hands are contaminated by touching that thing. But we have our hog plums. Hog plums. That is a dwarf hog plum. It has hog plums already. I'm sure something's going to eat that. Maybe, hopefully, I can get some of these cages and put another cage over here and have all these trees protected in the cage. I think the only problem with the cage... Do you want mites? Do you want mites, Benji? You got mites on you now? Got mites on you. Yeah, I think the only problem with the cages is if you want stuff pollinated, it's not going to happen because the bees are going to go, nah, and not go through the cage. But I'm sure you can sit there for 4 hours and hand pollinate everything if you're really that way obsessed, which I'll get that way, I'm sure. Otherwise, everything's kind of growing okay. Custard apple has a few new shoots, but it is so sucking at life right now. I keep moving it. I'll move it over there. A couple of weeks later, it just looks worse. Move it over here. See if it goes well. Not entirely sure. It's either getting too much water, not enough water, too much sun, not enough sun. Not sure. So we're just going to keep trying until it decides it wants to grow, like a lot of the other stuff. Once we find something that wants to grow, we leave it where it is because it knows that is a good place. Benji is going off. Good Benji. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, quick update. The next video should be cool with all the stuff over there, hopefully. I just need to find money for it. Click the thumbs up and we will see you in the next one. Thank you very, very much for watching. We'll have to do in there in the next one. Everything is growing nuts. See you later.